A man carried his paralyzed wife into the bathtub. He blocked the drain and turned the water on full blast. But as he turned around, he slipped and fell, dying instantly. Watching her husband drop dead in front of her, the woman panicked, but there was nothing she could do. Right now, the only part of her body she could move was her eyes. She could only watch as the water level in the tub kept rising. Soon it reached her neck. She had to figure out a way to save herself, or she'd drown right there in the bathtub. Using every ounce of strength she had, she barely managed to wiggle her toes. She hooked her foot around the chain, trying to yank the plug out, but her legs were too weak. Even the slightest movement was a struggle. By now the water had reached her mouth. Luckily, her toes were gripping the chain tightly, and she managed to pull the plug out halfway. But the water was draining too slowly, and the faucet was still running at full blast. The water level was about to cover her nose. She was desperate. She pulled harder, and snapped the chain completely. The next second, water flooded her nostrils. She held her breath. Her only hope was to grab the shower head, because she saw that its hose was looped around the faucet handle. If she could just pull it, she could shut off the water. As she stretched with all her might to grab it, the water had already covered half her face. Her lungs were burning. She was at her limit. But just in time, she managed to pull the handle. The faucet shut off. But at that exact moment, she slipped completely underwater. After experiencing the sheer terror of drowning, something incredible happened. Feelings started to return to her body. She was alive, and her husband hadn't succeeded in killing her. But as she slowly looked down at the bathroom floor, her husband's corpse was nowhere to be seen. Instead, all that was left was a thick trail of blood. She followed it, crawling toward the bedroom. Just as she reached the door, a shadow flashed past outside. Her heart pounded. She thought, could he still be alive? Hiding somewhere in the house, playing some twisted game with her. She carefully made her way downstairs, but suddenly she felt something wet and sticky under her foot. She looked down. Her husband's body was lying right there on the first floor. But that didn't make sense. He had died in the bathroom. She had only been underwater for about 30 seconds. How did his body end up all the way downstairs? Then she noticed. His corpse was covering something. A phone. She reached out, trying to pull it free and call for help. But just as her fingers touched the phone, her husband's hand twitched.